Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more Last Alliance for you today, and we're back in the Second Age where the Elves are obviously more numerous, and today they are very much more numerous. And there is a new update for Last Alliance. This is now the 2.4 update, and the Elves have had a massive overhaul. They've got loads of new units. Some of the old units have had a reskin by the looks of it. And yeah, I am really excited to show this off to you. So yeah, if you want to see these Elves, definitely recommend that you leave a like, subscribe from around here, and if you want to see more of some more Last Alliance as well, do let me know in the comments, and also obviously support this video with a like and subscribe from around here. But yeah, this is obviously the Elven faction, Linden, still good old Linden. We don't have any Imladris or anyone like that just yet. I'm kind of excited for maybe someone like Imladris, but I guess we'll start from I'm not going to say worst, but we'll go from like front to back. I guess we'll go from front to back. I've got my archers out front. This is just a replay I did with the AI, but yeah, this is from front to back. So I believe these guys are new, but I'm not entirely sure actually. The Moldor Archers, they may be new. I think there was Quendi or something like that before, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, these are just like a pretty cool like light unit of archers. They look pretty nice. I mean, they're by far and away the most numerous. I don't exactly know how good they are. They're also a spear unit. They're a hybrid unit. They're a spear and bow unit. So that's really good for like a light unit. Gives it a bit of a chance in combat against Cav. And then you got these Philatherium Arches. This is the first of the Philatherium units, and yeah, look at that. Look at the armor on that officer. It's like a greeny tinge. But this armor kind of reminds me of the old Teleri units that were in the game, like Teleri Spears, which are long gone now. But yeah, they've kind of been. I think they've kind of reused the armor for these guys a little bit maybe. But yeah, they look really cool. I think I've got 2 units of them. Then the next unit, which is another archer unit, is the Linden Sentinels. It's like another. This unit I believe is like a range unit, and it's really well armored. Like look at it. Most like range units are pretty light armored, like we saw with the that Falquendi unit earlier. These guys are like heavily armored, and they're gonna stay hidden. And I love like the hood and like the helmet. It looks awesome. It's a really good combo going on. I really like that. What else do we have? We have obviously the Noldor Archers here. I think these guys have had a reskin though. Me talking about reskins. As you can see here, they've got like their capes on now. They got blue capes, and they look like they got silver armor instead of gold now. So it looks like Linden's gonna have silver armor by the looks of it, like more silvery anyway, which is cool. I kind of miss the old gold. I mean, it looks better with like the Last Alliance vibe, but maybe someone else is gonna get that. I'm not entirely sure. But these guys look a lot more silvery now, and I mean they look awesome. I think it kind of looks nice. But anyway, we will go onto the spears, which I have in the next line. I have spear line. Elves have a lot of spears. They do have some other units obviously now as well, but we have these Philatherium light spears, looking like this is the lowest tier spear now available to the Elves. Still looking pretty good. Sort of got that like Teleri sort of like vibe armor going on, but yeah, they are pretty good. They're actually not a bad unit. They're not too bad. They do okay. And then we got the Noldor light spears. Still, these guys haven't really changed at all. What else have we got? There's still Noldor lights. Still Noldor lights. So obviously a very harder unit to bring. I think very good for their cost. Then we have the Flathead Spearmint, and I'm pretty sure this is just almost identical to the Teleri Spear. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it basically is. Obviously, the developer can probably tell me otherwise if it's not. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these Flathead Spears basically look like the Teleri, but they look really cool still. I really like the banner going on as well. Nice green banner. Looks awesome. And then yeah, what have we got over here? Some more Philatheriums, Noldor Spears, which we've already shown off, and then it's just more of those guys. And then behind them, the spear unit. You kind of got a glimpse of it when I showed off those Philatheriums. But yeah, this is the Philatherium Mithlon Guard. Oh boy, we've got that greeny armor going on. They look awesome. And this is like a 2-handed spear unit. They don't have a shield, so it's a 2-handed spear. So it's obviously going to be very vulnerable to archers. But yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. This is the most elite spear now available to the Elves, and I brought a fair few of them just to show them off. But yeah, also you got to remember, like in the shields, like all the work done to all these units is amazing. Like shields being added and stuff, all the animations they had for the shields, all done by the dev team. Like because obviously Shogun 2 does not have shields, so you got to add them in. But anyway, on to the next unit. We've got Cinder Axes here, and that is a new unit. Obviously, we don't have Cinder light axes. But these are just Cinder Axes. This is a heavier variant. And they do have basically, they kind of look very similar. They got, I think, a bigger shield, and they got more bulky armor, but they look awesome as well. And they got better stats. They've got better charge bonus, better morale. So if you thought the light axe variant was scary, these heavy axe variant is going to be even scarier for sure. I cannot wait to see them in action. What else have we got? We've seen obviously the Cinder light axes. Since we're here, this is the most elite sword unit available, and this is the Blacksmiths of Aragon. This unit is amazing. I mean, this is actually the only sword unit I think as well available to the elves. I look at like the cape they have going on with like the emblem on it. Looks, oh, the detail is just amazing, really is. Their sword down there. Actually, it's not even a sword; it's an axe. They have an axe, but they're down as a sword unit. So they don't actually have a sword unit. I take it back. They have no sword units. They only have axes. Whether it kind of like, because it's got the sword emblem, I don't know whether it just acts as a sword unit. I'm not really sure. Not really as an axe. But yeah, they look awesome. So I brought a fair few of these Blacksmiths of Aragon. They look awesome as well. I mean, you can get the back look. You can see that most of them are now all going to have these dark blue capes, all your units, if you're playing as Linden, which is amazing. It's going to look great. And what else have we got over here? There's more blacksmiths here. Cinder Axes. We've seen the Mythlod. Since we're over here, I will show off one of the cav units that's been added. Well, the only other cav unit's been added, and that is the Noldor Light Horse Archers. So if you hated horse archers in Rise of Mordor, and I know a few people do hate seeing Imladris with their horse archers, you're going to hate Linden because they have horse archers. They're not that strong. They are very beatable if you focus them down with archers. As you kind of see in this one, they kind of die, but they're pretty good. They're not too bad against other archers once in melee as well. But yeah, you don't really want to have these guys dueling with other archers. You kind of want to have them harassing like the rear lines of infantry fights possibly, or I don't know, some stuff like that, or maybe pikes, harass them. And this is one of the cool, most exciting units I personally think, in my opinion. That's the Cinder Heavy Axe. I think this is the final unit I've really got to show off to you guys. And it's a double-handed axe unit, and it looks awesome. It really, really does. The detail as well in this unit is amazing. I think these guys are nasty. Again, obviously, I imagine like being two-handed, like having a two-handed weapon, probably very vulnerable to archers if you focus it down. Like any shock unit really in like any Total War, that's kind of how it rolls. But yeah, these guys look awesome. Like the armor is amazing, all the detail as well. Oh boy, I'm excited to see these guys in combat, and I'll make sure to try and get as many close-ups as possible. This battle is kind of like, I have to rush towards them, as we'll on pause now. But yeah, I have to rush towards the enemy because I am fighting against Numenor, Kingdom of Numenor, and they've got a good army. But they decide to stay way over here. They've got plenty of these Numenorean heavy infantry. They've got Numenorean spears here. They've got a nice spear line actually they're forming up here. I do kind of like this. Pikes in there as well. Yeah, armored spears. They've got lots of good stuff. Lots of good bowmen, city guard. I'm pretty sure I'll give them steel bowmen, yeah. They've got swordsmen. They've got shock infantry. They've got sword masters. They've got javies as well, or like the marines, if I can find them. Oh, there they are. These marines, even though they're pretty like low tier and like in cost and like armor is like not that great, they're like javies in Shogun 2. Insane. They get so many kills. Like one of these units reduces one of my spears, like almost like 60 men. So they're dangerous. You don't want to face them. But I'm just gonna fast forward because we honestly just have to wait for the elves to come across the river, because Numenor just stands its ground for some bizarre reason. But yeah, literally no other factions had anything added. This new update just updates the elves. I did check before people ask, is there anything else that's been added? No, as far as I'm aware, the only thing added is the elves. It is just say Armies of the West Linden update or something along those lines. So as it says on the box, it is just going to be Linden that is updated. I'm excited though for the next update, because the next update, like the last two updates, have been kind of redoing factions that are already in. I believe the next update is going to be either Woodland Realm or Dwarves. I can't exactly remember the order, but I believe it might be Woodland Realm next. So we're going to see more elves, which will be exciting. I may be wrong. It may not be. Maybe Mordor next or something like that. I actually cannot remember off the top of my head, but I know Mordor, Woodland Realm, and Dwarves, like the Orkani Dwarves, are all very, very like close together in like development. And I just can't remember which order they're in, but I'm pretty sure it might be Woodland Realm next. And we've got the Light Horse Archers here. They're rushing up. These guys are so quick. I mean, they have the name Light Horse Archers. Makes you think that maybe one day we will see Heavy Horse Archers, but maybe not. And here we go. First volley's coming in. And there we go. A lot of horsemen getting burnt. And as you can see already, down to 53 men. That's with fire arrows, which, you know, fire arrows aren't supposed to be as good as, like, normal arrows. But, yeah, there you go. They're changing now. And they're going to just start focusing on my cav. I don't even think I was firing on my cav. I didn't think I was in range. But I was, actually. But I'm going to have to retreat these guys because they're getting reduced. My left flank got a lot quicker to the fight than my center, which is now opening up. And here we go. I mean, this is just how it's going to be in Last Alliance. The Elves are going to have to use as many arrows as possible. Probably because they'll have smaller armies. Obviously, this one's just a custom battle, so like both sides have like 40-odd units, and they're all like relatively elite. But the Elves obviously will probably have smaller armies, but more elite armies usually. And they're going to have to use them. I mean, this unit here is taking a pounding, actually. What's this? This is Noldor Archers. They're taking kind of a pounding with their new silver armor. What are they being hit by? I mean, they're taking out those pikes. These poor pikes down to 41 men. I'm presuming they're being shot by these steel bowmen, which are equally. I mean, these are a nasty bow unit as well. I mean, if I was Numenor, oh, look at that. I mean, all these units look amazing. They really do. Numenor, like the Linden Elves, all just look amazing. Such a great period. You can see, look at this. Look at the pikes. Like, oh, no. I didn't even see action. Why was I given a big stick to fight with? But yeah, again, the front line over here just getting focused down. I was like, well, if you want to do this Numenor or AI, we're going to do this. And I can hurt you a lot more. We can have this this archer fight. Did that guy just... Did you just pretend to, like, stand up and then just fall over and die? I honestly don't know. But Numenor's, like, reforming there. And I'm not exactly sure what is happening there. But yeah, they're starting to shoot me on this side. I have no archers to respond to this this problem. So I have horse archers, obviously, but I was like, no, we're not going to allow that. We're not allowing my my blacksmiths to get shot at freely. And here we go. I'm going to charge my cavalry into the city guard. And here we go. I want to see how good these horse archers can do in combat. And they can knock them down. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They knocked those boys down. Combat even. They only killed like 11 on the charge. I mean, they're killing a few more now. But it is going to be interesting to see how well they do. I mean, it is a horse archer unit. Cav, generally in Shogun 2, I say, isn't as strong. It's really suited to do hammer and anvils and try and break morale. It's not really going to get insane kills. But yeah, as you can see, and now we're seeing the Cinder Axes rush forward for the Elves. And it seems like we're still going to see some sort of engagements here now. I mean, there's like spears going in. Oh god, Philatherium light spears going in against armored spears of Numenor. I don't see that really being a fair fight for the Elves. But then again, who knows? These Philatherium may be alright. I honestly don't. I think both sides didn't really expect to clash, though no attack orders were given. But yes, the front lines are sort of clashing now. Barely. I was also doing a bit of a fighting over here. My Lancers going in and silencing these steel bowmen. Yeah, it's a really good unit to take out. I mean, the steel bowmen are good in combat. Like, look at the size of their sword and the armor that they have. They're actually still pretty nasty in combat. But I also have got my Cinder Axes, this trusty unit, which everyone knows about. If you've watched any of the Last Alliance videos, you know that this unit is a trusty unit. And they've gone into combat, and they're going to deal with these city guard here. I mean, also a really good unit as well. Numenor's got good archers. I personally think they're really good. We're about to see some Mithlon Guard go into combat, I think. They're getting focused down, though. I mean, I don't think any of my Elven units actually got away with actually not being shot. They all kind of got focused down. But yeah, they're getting hit hard, actually. They need to go down to 74 men. Look at that. Who's shooting them? Oh, it's not. It's the Marines. The Marines here reducing them. Wow. I mean, they're getting shot up themselves, these Marines. But, yeah, they're throwing straight into that Mithlon Guard. They need to get moving. I was doing pretty poorly on my microing because I was kind of... well, as you can see here, I'm just leaving my horse archers to die. But I was kind of just looking at all the units and seeing how they did, really. See what did well against what, really. Cinder Axemen over here, they're going to do well against whatever. As long as they get a decent charge, they do pretty well. I mean, they're fighting the most elite unit here. Yeah, let me just check this. Numenor and heavy infantry, they're combat even. Oh no, it's these archers are losing decisively. I honestly thought that they were losing decisively with the Numenor and heavies. But yeah, the Mithlon Guard now in combat. Oh no! Oh, look at this duel going on here. What a duel. He's kind of been saved by someone else. Looks awesome. It really does. He's getting speared in the neck. What a poor guy. Yep, I mean the archers I think are starting to run out of ammo, so I was starting to commit them. I'm gonna just kind of slow it down, just to do a bit of slow-mo. I mean it's not that much of a tactical battle, it's just kind of just showing off the battle, like off what's going on. What we got here? Cinder Axes, don't care about them. What else is in combat? Philatherium Spears, how are they doing? They're holding up against Numenorean Marines, which is a fairly even fight, I guess, if the Marines get a good volley off, but these Philatherium Spears I imagine are going to do pretty well. They seem like they're doing just fine against the Marines. They got some lights. Oh no, they got Noldor Spears in here supporting them. Wow, they've got some Cinder Heavy Axes. I'd like to see these guys get some fighting done. We've got Philatherium Light Spears here. A fresh unit actually. What else is going on? A lot of Numenoreans here. Look at all these Numenoreans. This is blobbing by the AI like to an insane level. What is fighting here? Blacksmiths of Aragon. How are they doing? Losing decisively, but I'm not surprised. They are kind of surrounded down here. They are fighting on to the last man. And they are doing their best. They are doing their very, very best. We'll put it at normal speed again.
Our men are under attack.
But I'm sure these blacksmiths... I kind of wish that since they're called a blacksmith unit, they'd be given like a hammer. I think that would be really cool. I know that's probably not what they'd historically use, but that would be cool. Oh look, the general's all the way over here. Amandil bodyguard. He's way out here. He's now going to go and support against more blacksmiths. These blacksmiths are combat even. I mean, then the Numenorean heavies are losing. I mean, swords or axes should beat spears, I imagine, anyway. But yeah, they're doing pretty well. Let's see whether those heavy axes have got any action yet. No, they're kind of just being kept in the rear, I guess. Oh yeah, I was about to do some like rear charges with them. I was like, look at that blob. If we charge them, we're in a good spot. But yeah, we're about to do that right now, I think, actually. These axes are about to just charge straight into the back of this massive blob here. Try and save these Blacksmiths of Aragon. But yeah, it's kind of all going on in this forest, and it's kind of really hard to tell what's going on here. But the elves are about to charge. Here we go. Heavy axes go in. And in they go. They're going to cut these Numenoreans down, I'm sure. Everyone's in silver armor now, which, I mean, it looks nice with the elven armor, but it was kind of nice having the elves in gold, because it kind of distinguished them a little bit more from the Numenoreans. I guess when they are fighting the evil factions, they'll be fighting factions in like red and black. But look at that, a rear charge from the Cinder Axemen causes a huge chain route on this rear. I mean, look at that. Cinder Axemen wavering, but they're turning this fight around over here. They're losing decisively. So are the Numenorean heavies. Yeah, huge chain route here. I'm now going to have some Noldor Lancers come in and do their bit, but yeah, there's still lots of Numenoreans here. I'm just trying to shoot as many as possible. I am running out of ammo. But the battle is slowly turning in my favour. Let's see if we can find some more Mythlong Guard. I don't know if they've really been sent back in. No, they're kind of being just left to the back in the moment. Like I said, micro is not my greatest in this one, but I'm sure, like I said, we'll do more battles. We'll show off the elves again. Yeah, a lot of these Mythlong Guard just kind of getting left out at the back. I just was like, well, just throw in whatever's nearest. Noldor Spears here. We've got more cav. Good cav charge there, actually. Going into the scouts, Numenorean scouts. Which is a good unit as well. It's a handy like bow cav unit. I still think Numenor needs like some knights of some sort. Or a spear cav would be nice. Spear or sword. Yeah, they're going to get routed very, very quickly. Let's see. Yeah, you can see like the axes are down here now, fighting their hardest. Blacksmiths of Aragon still in here. Like, that's insane. This unit, you can surround it. You're going to have to kill it. You cannot break it. Well, you can break it, but you know, it's going to take a lot. It's like a general unit. There are a few units like this in Shogun. Another one probably being like the Empire Numenor's really elite sword unit. That's a really hard unit to break. I'd certainly like to see that go up against the Blacksmiths.
Our men
Over
have
here,
fought long and
we're
are
starting to turn it
becoming
around as well. I mean, this is light axes fighting against spears. I mean, it's cost the axes a lot of men, but they are starting to turn it around. Also, we've got archers in here now, Moldor Archers in here, and there you go. There's a mass chain route. Everything just chain routes then, apart from this small pocket over here, where Amandil is still fighting on. We've got all sorts of archers in here as well. It's got some city guards still holding on. Let's get a better angle. And I think they're starting to break, but Amandil's still holding. You can see his bodyguard with their awesome black capes. Going back to back. There is Amandil himself, I think. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble. He took a knock there from someone. I don't want to keep Amandil in the shot. See if he falls. But yeah, a lot of elves are arriving as everyone just descends on this bodyguard. But yeah, I mean, it's not been the all the cab just flying. Oh my gosh, that might be enough to break him. And he's kind of lost in that. Yeah, they are breaking. Amandil's probably been cut down. But yeah, it wasn't the most tactical of battles, obviously to show off the elves. But I'm sure we will do some multiplayer battles with the elves, and we'll see like the elves actually be tested a little bit. I mean, in fairness, not many of my units got out with like full strength or at all getting full strength. There are some archers obviously on full strength, maybe my general, but a lot of my spears and axe units taking quite a lot of casualties, mainly because again probably my micro isn't great. Having that many elves is possibly too many elves. But yeah, we'll end the replay and we'll have a quick look at some of these end results. Just gives us a little idea of what's good and what's bad. But fighting the AI is always, it's hard to gauge what is actually done very well, because AI is a bit dumb in Total War. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed anyway. If you have, do feel free to support the channel in any way possible. Also make sure to hit notifications if you are wanting to see more Last Alliance. Then you'll know when more Last Alliance is coming out, because I will definitely be pumping out more of it as like this new update's been coming out, and I'll certainly be trying to get some more people to come and play it. But yeah, look at that, enemy killed 4,700, nearly 5k men. We lost about 2,000, they killed about 2,000 of us, so we did shoot a few of our own. Yeah, did a very good job. We'll quickly look at some of the unit stats. Blacksmiths of Aragon getting the most kills, 245. My Lancers actually getting 215, which is pretty good. Noldor Archers 233. Usually I'm not surprised they're up there. Blacksmiths of Aragon getting 190. Yeah, some good kills. Philatherium Light Spears 180. They did well as well. Yeah, Myth on Guard down here at 167. So I mean they're doing well as well. But yeah, some good kills. There you go. If you want to have a look at all them. My general actually did commit. Yeah, Marines surprisingly getting the most kills for Numenor. I mean, their Javies are just insane. They literally, like, if the Javelin connects with the unit, it's killing the unit. Like, each model is getting killed off. Like, they get hit by a Javelin. However armored they are. But yeah, they're all the kills for Numenor if you're that interested. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I do apologise if I sound slightly, like, different. I've got a bit of a cold. But hopefully that will not stop me from providing you with some awesome Last Alliance content and more to come as well of other Total War. But yes, if you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.